Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. HemingwayLand.com, your source, quality, affordable land, blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal, people. I'm not in a good mood right now. I'm not in a good mood. I'm not going to hide it from you because the reason is we had two properties scheduled to go live tonight. You know, one's like the lead-off property, the headline property, really good. Everybody's going to like it. The other one's probably going to appeal to a lot of people. It's like a second runner-up, you know. Well, anyway, I just found out about 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago, that we don't own the property yet. Let me just say this before I get into the thing. We work very hard here. I work very hard at trying to ensure that every Friday of the year, 48 Fridays out of the year, we take December off, but 48 Fridays out of the year, reliably, like clockwork, you know you can come to our website and you will see new properties. New properties will debut every Friday. I like to hammer that home to any potential buyer out there. Even if you don't like all the properties that we list throughout the year, you know that we're going to have something new every Friday. And generally speaking, if I want something to go live September 10th, I'm usually planning it out the first week of August. I'm usually looking at what's coming out of escrow, what's out of escrow, what has to be photographed, how likely is it to be photographed in the next 4 weeks, so on and so forth. And, some of these we can have photographed a month out before we get listed. Others, like the one that we wanted to go live this week, was photographed this past Monday. And we wrote a listing page super fast, and we got a video made super fast, all in an effort to get this really nice property to go live on the website this Friday. And then last night I was looking and I said to my assistant, hey, before the property goes live, pull a copy of the deed from the county files. And she went to do it and there was no deed. And that usually, because we closed through a title company, yes, you guessed it, that usually means that because of title company incompetence, somebody forgot to record the deed. Somebody forgot to do the bare minimum of what their job description entails. Well, anyway, surprisingly, shockingly, that was not the case this time. And let me just pull this up. I just want to show you guys where this is. So this is in Rio Arriba County. I'll get back to the story in a bit. It's in Rio Arriba County, out here by the marina. Everybody loves land by the marina, right? From white girls named Anna to old ladies named Nana. Everybody wants to buy land out here. No zoning on the San Juan side. A very laid back, a very relaxed zoning on the Rio Arriba side where this one is. Additionally, guys, this one's in the Navajo Lake Addition subdivision. We've listed land out here before. There are some utilities throughout this region, but the main selling point, of course, is that it's about 40 minutes east of Farmington, 2 Walmarts out here, and it is right around the corner from the Navajo Marina. If you ever get sick of the marina, you've got the El Vado and Huron Lakes over here in Rio Arriba County. You've got the Abiquiu Lake over here, and even better, it's not just a seasonal property because we've also got because we've also got skiing up here in Telluride and in Taos over here, some of the best skiing in America, right in the backyard of the property. So as you can imagine, I was very excited to get this property listed. I was very excited to send the money off to the title company 5 weeks ago when they requested it. Well, anyway, so we call the title company. We say, hey, where's the deed? And they say, oh, yeah, your seller, they haven't signed their documents yet. Okay. So there's two sellers. They're husband and wife, or they were husband and wife at one point. They're divorced. They don't speak much now, it doesn't seem. And there was a point in the history of this transaction in which it was going to fall apart because the title company was requesting a divorce decree from these two people who got divorced like in the 90s. They didn't know where the form was. They didn't know how to get the form, and they didn't want to cooperate on getting the form. And then my assistant managed to pull a copy of the form from the King County, Washington files in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So let me quickly say this. Here's one thing that galls me about this. If you're working in a title company, you know how to get files from counties, right? You know it's not difficult. Why you would ask two people who are not on speaking terms to go rummage around in the garage together instead of just like hopping online and looking up a document? I don't get it, okay? But that almost terminated the deal a few weeks ago. Well, anyway, this time, apparently the lady, the ex-wife, has submitted all of her documents and the guy hasn't. Now, I don't know what's going on in somebody's head when you're offering them money and they can't like sign a paper and mail it in. I don't know what position you're in life where you're like, yeah, and I'll get around to accepting the money in a month. Who does that? I don't know who does that, right? But anyway, that's where we are. But the sellers here, however frustrating this is not the problem. The problem is the title company never thought to alert us to the fact that one of these people has disappeared into the ether. They have our money, but they're not telling us that they can't fund the deal. I would love, if there's somebody on this channel who actually has worked at a title company or is familiar with the inner workings of one, I would love to know what goes on in these places that explains the complete incompetence and or indifference that you find in even the most ticky-tack chore in the course of a day, because we find it's not exclusive to one title company, it's not exclusive to one state. So I'd love to have somebody explain it to me. Most especially, let me skip ahead of the photos that identify the road the property's on. Most especially, I'd like to have somebody explain to me, like, why is there no protocol, no procedure in place for, like, let me alert the people whose money we have that the deal has stalled. Because you've got 7 million deals to do. We don't have that many to do. And we're motivated. We're not paid by the hour. We got to get this guy on the phone and get him to send the document in. So, like, call us. Let us know. We'll get it done for you. And here's the thing, guys. I'm telling you this story, okay? I'm indulging you in this ridiculous story because it's only the second most frustrating title company story of the past week. There's one that's worse. That one I can't tell you because we're in the middle of escrow on it, and I want to wait till it's finished before I speak on it. But my God. Anyway, guys, as you can see, this property, when it does eventually go live, by the way, it's an acre and a half. We'll be listing for $6,000. Sneak preview here, guys. When it eventually does go live, it's in a really pretty region out here by the mesas, out here by the marina. The land is not flat. It's a little overgrown vegetation, a little undulating terrain. But nonetheless, it can be developed. You can use it for RVing, for camping, for 90 days out of the year, which is pretty much the whole summer. Ideal when you're out there by the marina. So check back in a few weeks, and maybe we'll have it up on the website when somebody gets motivated enough to accept our money. By the way, guys, quick thing, in case you're thinking, oh, maybe Hemingway will have this up next Friday. I can almost guarantee you, I can absolutely guarantee you, a piece of paper will not be signed and mailed in under 7 days. It'll never happen. All right, guys. So with all that said, let me just, before I get to the property that's actually going live this week, I do want to thank all the people who made this week enjoyable, all of our buyers. Again, great thanks to the people buying land from us in Socorro County, Josh, Ryan and Tyler, Melissa, Monica, and returning customer William. And out there in Otero County, Raquel, returning customer Raquel, picked up one of our more expensive properties out there in the Ponderosa Pines subdivision. We thank her as well for her continued business. And also, at the moment, Raquel is tolerating title company nonsense with us on this property, but that's a story for another time. Anyway, the one property going live on the website this week, guys, as I now segue away from complaining about title companies, is, boom, out here in Taos County. Yes, we managed to get another lot out here in Tres Piedras Estates, specifically in Tres Piedras. It's a half-acre lot. We've got it listed for $1,500, as we do with all of our half acres. This one, Unit 2, Block 123, Lot E, is where it's at on the plat. In real life, that means that it is north of the highway up here in one of the kind of lesser developed regions, a little bit harder to traverse these roads. That being said, you do see some development out here, some people who have set up campsites, have set up homes in this region, but not as close as with the highway. Of course, this region is ideal for those not familiar with it, because you can RV and camp out here for up to 180 days per Taos County zoning, number one. Number two, a lot of people have managed to use this region to build sort of unconventional structures, unconventional lifestyles that you can't get permitted elsewhere in the state. Tiny homes, shipping container homes, yurts, so on and so forth. And of course, additionally, what you will see out here is that it is very close to the Taos Ski Valley, which I'm having trouble finding on the map. Here we go, Taos Ski Valley right here, as well as the town of Taos, just right outside both those, probably about 30 minutes outside both, etc. But you do have a lot of people out here who have managed to come up with workarounds to that 3/4 acre rule in the state. They use compost toilets, they haul in their water, and they've made some pretty nice lifestyles for themselves out here in this region. A lot of our buyers use these as recreational properties. They RV on them in the summer months, go back home in the winter, so on and so forth. But these do tend to sell pretty quickly. I would be surprised if it's still in inventory after you finish listening to the video. Anyway, with all that said, guys, I do appreciate, as always, our buyers, the people who watch the videos every week, who listen to me complain about title companies. I don't mean to be intensely negative, but I am very upset today and this whole week about various things I have encountered. So, thank you again. Next week we've got more properties. We actually own them at this point. We've confirmed them. They're in very nice regions. You all have, we've sold in these regions before in the past. We're super fast, so I know you guys like these. They have a lot of great appealing features, and these will be outside of New Mexico in a different state. I won't reveal where, guys, but in 7 days you'll be able to see. Anyway, thanks again for watching, everybody. See you in next week's video.